like the girls that come here.
There was an article that came out by, I think, the Rolling Stone or Rolling Stone magazine. Yeah, they posted an article talking about they're saying it's time to induct Howard Stern into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. I really hate to say it because, Howard Stern sucks nowadays completely, but it's totally correct. It is time to like Howard Stern does deserve to be in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Um, Again, as much as I hate to say it because of how much he sucks nowadays, just for what he did back in the day alone, he deserves to be in. You notice how they're only talking about Howard Stern. They're talking about in 2016, in 2020, in 2014. So Howard Stern had something to do with this article. Like they probably reached out to him for approval. And maybe the original article said like back in the 90s or back in the early 2000s, and Howard said, no, cut that out. Because Howard Stern goes to great lengths to distance himself from the guy he used to be. So yeah, now this Rolling Stone article, now I'm talking myself out of saying that he should be in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. I started off saying he deserves a spot, but now fuck him. I hate Howard Stern. Yeah, they never once talk about him back in the good days. So I would bet money that, yeah, Howard Stern had to approve this article. But I don't know how you're going to make an article talking about Howard Stern going into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. And then you're not going to talk about any of like the actual rock and roll shit that he actually did or said. Like if you want to do a proper article about how Howard Stern needs to be put into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, they need to talk about his coverage of Selena's death.
You don't want music that make you sad when you are dancing around your cardboard house. If we wait till nighttime, the dogs won't bite us when we sneak into taxis in California. Our country is so bad we have to sneak out in the middle of the night. So let's listen to vapid music.
Or his coverage of the Columbine shooting.
A bunch of good-looking girls go to that school. That guy was right. The guy who called in, he was a little too excited, but there was like really good-looking girls running out of there with their hands over their heads.
Yeah, I think the bomb teams are still working.
Did those kids try to have sex with any of the good-looking girls? They didn't even do that. At least if you're going to go kill yourself and kill all the kids, like, why wouldn't you have some sex?
Yeah, I would think that I would want some sex.
Yeah, I mean, if I was going to kill some people, I'd take them out with some sex.
And I'm being totally serious. Like, that's the actual rock and roll stuff that he did. Playing Selena's music with gunshots over it 3 days after she died was rock and roll. Sorry, but that's rock and roll radio. And people that are going to deny it, it's like, how could you deny it? We're obviously here talking about Howard Stern. What he did obviously worked. People who are still fans of him have to live with that stuff and do their best to deny it. But instead of denying it, how about you just be honest and just say, yeah, it was fucking funny. Yeah, this is the most article ever. Like, their arguments for why he should be in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame are because he likes Lady Gaga. He got Miley Cyrus to address her sobriety. And then he hosted a star-studded Billy Joel town hall. Like, that's your reason? You do a whole article about why this guy should be in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, and you're like, because he likes Lady Gaga. I fucking hate everything. This is why I hate everything today, because everything is just fucking gay. Not a single mention of his coverage of, dude. It's fucking terrible.
There's more girls here than anywhere in the world. And we play rock and roll. All we do now, we don't like add in, some clubs will play a little bit of rock and roll. We play only rock and roll. I like the girls that come here.